If earth peace is to herald the dawn of the new age, realize that
humanity is one's only religion, breath one's only prayer, and consciousness one's only God.
in order to further his vision of new life awakening for earth peace and the evolution of human consciousness, Yogi Raj Siddhanath founded the Hamsa Yoga Sangh, a non-profit organization. After his deep and personal experience with Shiv Goraksha Babaji. Blessed with this direct experience, Yogi Raj Siddhanath has crystallized the essence of this wisdom of the oldest of yogic traditions, the Nath Sampradaya, into the teachings, practices, and services performed by the Hamsa Yoga Sangh.
Yoga is an inner ascent through ever more refined and ever more expanded spheres of consciousness to get to the God essence which lies at the core of your own being. And once you can contact this divine indweller, you can contact the universal indweller. We do have a good support system that wherever we go in the United States of America or Switzerland or Italy, we have teachers who can give you the support system and teach you and guide all newcomers. In India also we have a good support system. And of course, principally, I am not a teacher, since I do not teach. A master does not teach. He gives the direct experience. You see, the teacher teaches very systematically and in an organized way. The master catches you, he shakes you and he wakes you up. So I'm a waker, movers and shakers.
Quite simply and effortlessly, Yogi Raj reveals to the initiated and the uninitiated alike how, at the level of consciousness, all humanity is one. Thus, acting as a catalyst for positive change and towards inner transformation, Hamsa Yoga Sangh helps you witness your innermost self flowering and evolving into a newer being. Let not precious moments slip by. Seek now the ultimate truth. Jiva Hamsa, spread your wings to fly, immortal realms which death defy.
You taping this? Very good, very nice. That's what Guru Nath in his element. Now that's a blackmailing tool to prove me mad. You see, here's our mad guru. This is how he used to behave. Pow! You have to gently leave the breath. But if you cannot do that, don't do 3 minutes. Do 30 seconds. How many are comfortable with 15 seconds? Raise your hands. 30 seconds? 40 seconds? 1 minute. So when you will gradually get to 1 minute, so it will be very nice, very good. It's not too much. That is the holding of the Jyoti Mudra, 30 seconds, then you rest. Then again you do it 30 seconds, Va, Shi. Then again Va, 30 seconds, Shi. 3 times, thrice. Yes. Yes.
I'm guessing that there's a continuum of experiences that at first maybe it's the cells, the color receptors in the eyes that are producing the fireworks because they're impressed, and then because as a kid I could get these things, these visions just by pressing my eyes with my eyes closed. But then I guess there's finer and finer perceptions like the aurora borealis might be.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what is the progression from the...
There's no need to doubt and be confused with your mind, because you are not different from your experience. It's all a simple flow. See, I'm so confused that I brought this, uh, you know, my water is lying in a jug of ice at the bottom of the water tank. Don't worry, ultimately everything will become water. Nothing to be confused about. Simplify your mind. What is there to be confused about? And in any case, there's no role of your mind or intellectual speculation involved in this. We are talking about the alchemy of total transformation, about a direct experience. Experience is always better than reading the menu. You have to become it. You have to be it. People may talk about it. We are becoming. Being and becoming. So, drink this chalice of nectar and actualize the essence of your being. Let these questions be for later. Practice first. Don't believe in God. Practice the way to God. Walk the path of God. And realize Him. Then you will not need the crutches of belief. I. Belief and faith are good. But they are not a necessary portion to seek God, although they do assist and help greatly in the seeking of your divine indweller and the seeking of God. But I'm just telling you, don't believe. First, seek God. Practice the necessary means to achieve the necessary ends. And then if you like to have belief or not, it's fine. Or if you don't have it, it's fine. But just get on with the job in hand. Lay your life on the line and breathe. The line is the Sushumna, central channel of the spine. That's what this the literal meaning of laying the life on the line. Or when the master breathes through the disciple, like I breathe through you in the morning. That's called laying my life on the line. I. Okay. Now you know the meaning of that. Next question. Switch off the lights. Practice the mudra.
There's a question over there, but
I wasn't sure, did you say that we should do the Jyoti Mudra 3 times, or that do it once and hold it for as long as we can?
Well, you can do it once. Va, hold for 30 seconds and Shi. Keep your eyes closed, you can rest your hands. Then do it again, Va, 30 second Shi, then Va, 30 second Shi. Thrice is good. Put it all off, switch it off. And now practice the Kriya Yoga. Tune into the Shaktipat energy and move the Kriya Kundalini breath. The two currents of Pran and Apan. Neutralize the breath in the body and keep your body cells in a spiritually magnetized condition. The soul is tied to the body by the cord of breath. The science of Kriya Yoga unties the cord to release the soul from the body. The soul swan flies to experience samadhi and divine consciousness. I don't want the sound. I've told you barely audible sound. I've not said barely audible to the whole hall. I've said barely audible to yourself. Barely audible sound so you yourself can barely hear it. Gentle. Just absorb the calmness of the breath, the sweetness of the breath, the steadiness of the breath. Keep the mind in focus with the life breath. Each time the thoughts wander, bring them back to the life energy, the pranic light. And so the flaming star. You're not the body, you're the star. Ground yourself now. Spine is straight, shoulders are drooping. You're totally relaxed. Body is in a spiritually magnetized condition. As you have done your own practice to generate spiritual power and love, and I have given you the Shakti path of love, wisdom and power. Each according to the degree of his receptivity shall receive the Shakti path, his absorbing capacity. Keep the hearts and minds open. Sit feelingly. Words, no matter how beautiful, can never convey the evolution, nor the truth of an experience. We as human beings are not so used to experiences spiritually, but more used to words. We are gradually becoming more and more used to experiences. And then you will know the import of a realization through experience, as opposed to the deport of mere words. Put on the lights. Put on the lights of your soul consciousness of the star in the third eye. Educare means to bring in the light. What are our modern educationists doing to educate the people? Today what you have done, in the true sense of the word, in the literal sense of the word, means education. For education comes from the Latin word educare, means to bring in the light. How has your modern education or the education in the United States brought in the light? 10:05. So we have decided to go out into the woods. How many of you have torches? Raise your hands. Oh, totally unprepared. So tomorrow, but 2 will not suffice for 20. The beaten path is narrow, from 2 feet wide to 3 feet wide, and the people ahead of you will cast their shadows on the people ahead of that next person. So each one has to have an individual torch. So tomorrow in the break, if you want, I don't know what time you have in the break, you can go to the market and buy yourself a torch. So we'll have the walk tomorrow, the Redwood Walk. We usually walk in the forest. 5 years back I came, we used to walk through the forest. I didn't know the trail, but I think it leads you on and it makes you come back. We shall soon find out tomorrow. So what's it? Where's the tea? Where are the questions? Yes?
Can you explain the significance of mudras?
The significance of mudra is to seal astral and spiritual energy which is generated in the body and use it for the purpose of the evolution of spiritual consciousness. Therefore we have mudras and bandhas. Bandhas are locks, like the Mool Bandh, Udyan Bandh, Jalandhar Bandh. And the mudras are seals with locks, which are like Jyoti Mudra, Khechri Mudra and Mahamudra.
What about the different hand mudras?
The hand mudras are more superfluous, and they are to bring about certain modes and mental moods and dispositions. They are not so spiritual, those mudras. They are the hand movements with certain nerve currents. But these are the actual, to do with the essential alchemy of totale transformazione. These mudras are heavy duty. They change your sum and substance. and take you to a vanishing point. That means moksha, nirvana moksha. Vanish from the earth to live in God. Vanish from matter to live in spirit. That's the purpose. And later as you evolve, you don't need them. Yes?
What is happening when the Shakti causes hindrance?
That's good. It's in tune with your past life impressions, your past life attitudes. They are in the stored impressions of your mind. So the body takes the line of least resistance and obeys the mind. So it is a form of meditation. It's a graceful form. I've seen two ladies, they dance in perfect. I went to Spain, to this Canary Islands, and there they performed this dance. They were both like canaries dancing. And it was a very good thing. It's a harmony between body and mind at the subconscious level. That's what happens in Shaktipat. You see, because Kundalini rising is more of a process of, initially a process of throwing out negativity and the dirt of the body. And as it advances, then it becomes a spiritual evolution. And therefore you see people are jumping, hopping like frogs, they're crying, they're going into states of contorted positions, etc., etc. It's all a process of evolution. Is this water fresh again?
No.
No.
I'll need some water. Yes, next question. So now I'm telling you the sequence. Okay? When you sit for your meditation, sit facing the east or northeast, known as the Ishanya Disha, on a woolen blanket. You cannot sit on the floor, sit in a chair, insulated with a blanket below your feet, spine straight, shoulders drooping, jaws relaxed and away from the teeth, not clenched. Sit facing the east or northeast on a clean woolen blanket. You should have a separate room for this if you can't have a quiet corner. Do not do this technique during thunderstorms, because this is not a prayer or a cult or a creed or bhajans or singing or hymns. This is the alchemy of total transformation. Therefore, it's a scientific process. Avoid things with which you may connect immediately. We don't want to connect with the lightning before we are prepared to go into that state. And after you have seen these things, then you practice your meditation by forming the temple of humanity and say, "O Lord, pour in thy love, thy wisdom and thy power into this body temple of mine. Grace this body temple mine."